Here's a block diagram of my receiver. Like all direct conversion receivers, the RF signal is mixed with a local oscillator and directly converted to audio. The RF section consists of bandpass filters and an RF amplifier implemented using a 555 timer. This same amplifier design, which I'll explain in more detail in a moment, is used in all three major functions. In fact, the three 555s are the only active devices used in the design. The only other semiconductors are the four diodes used in the mixer. The VFO allows the receiver to be tuned within the CW portion of the 80 meter band. Finally, there's an audio low-pass filter and an audio amplifier. Here it is in the flesh. Here's the variable frequency oscillator, 555 right there. The antenna input, bandpass filters, amplifier, and the DC bias network. The mixer, the audio low-pass filter, and the audio amplifier. Here's the familiar internal schematic of the 555. The signal path used by my amplifier circuit is shown in red. By applying a DC bias voltage to the reset input, the chip can be made to operate as a high-gain RF or AF linear amplifier. So here's my basic amplifier building block. To get the output to sit halfway between the rails requires a DC bias of about 0.54 volts. My original intention was to come up with some sort of feedback loop to keep the device in the linear region, but simply setting the voltage with a trimmer proved to work well enough for my immediate purposes. Presumably in a practical design, a more ornate circuit would be required to compensate for temperature variations, etc. LT-Spice predicts a voltage gain of about 36.6 dB at 3.5 megahertz. The input impedance looks like around 600 ohms. Now for a quick look at the schematics. Here's the RF gain stage. Antenna input, double-tuned bandpass filters, the 555 amplifier, and the DC bias network. The variable frequency oscillator, basically the same circuit with a tank and some feedback. And finally, a homebrew double balanced mixer, the audio low pass filter, and our familiar amplifier. Let's check how much gain we're getting out of the RF amplifier. At the input to the 555, we've got 5 millivolts of signal, RMS. At the output, let's see, the output 260 millivolts. That works out to 34 dB of voltage gain. Very similar to the number we got from LT-Spice. The remainder of this video is a lengthy demonstration of the unit in action. I'm using external amplified speakers for the demo, but the unit provides plenty of volume for use with headphones. The antenna is a random length of wire hanging in a tree, nothing special. So, thanks for checking out my contest entry.